All right, so here it is, October 23rd, regular day. I'm at work, and I get a call from Jason, and he's like, "Hey, look, the wind's right. Everything kind of seems good. We've got some deer showing back up in daylight. Why don't you come on up? Let's try to get on one." Now, knowing me, I'm like, I'm there.
All right, guys, so October 23rd, we're back in the Oaks where Primetime died. And we're up here, we're just going to give it a shot. The app said that the wind was horrible. Of course, the app is it ain't absolutely wrong, but it ain't right either. So, it's not too bad. The corn is off this direction. The wind right now is in my face. We expect the deer to come from our back. We should be good. We'll just have to wait it out and see what happens. But I don't know. I know you can't kill them from the couch. And right now, late October, early November, you're crazy if you're not in the woods. I mean, deer moving. Jason put his eyes on palmetto yesterday, and he's down there chasing does and running around acting a fool. So it's just that time of year where you got to get out and see what happens. So only advice I can give you this time of year is be in the woods. So here we are. We're just gonna hope for the best. So it looks like blue skies, sunset, good wind, not too strong but steady. We're just gonna give it a shot. And we've been watching unicorn up here through cameras, and I ain't gonna lie to you, we're like on the fence with him. Up in the front, he looks huge, and back here, he doesn't look that big. And I don't know if it's the cameras playing tricks, if it's the angles. I don't know what it is, but we want to lay eyes on him. We're 99% sure that he's mature, and unless he just has super shrunk, if he walks in, he's probably gonna catch an afflictor. We'll just have to wait and see. But I do want to lay eyes on him first. But nevertheless, it's time to get still, get quiet, hope for the best. So y'all ain't good.
It's a full moon. It's not just a full moon, it's a blood moon. So we're sitting there, it's getting later, and about, I don't know, maybe 6 o'clock. I look over my left hand shoulder and I see powder, which I assume is wind checker. I personally use the Sears. Jason has one, but he wasn't carrying it with him, or not that I knew of. So instead of seeing the smoke, I see a powder come out. Now we use Scrape Fix for mock scrapes and everything, and I didn't put two and two together at the time, but Jason had taken some Dominant Buck Scrape Fix and checked the wind, along with sent a smell out in that direction towards this cutover, just in case something was over there. Well, about 10 minutes later, I look up and I see antlers coming through the field. And immediately, I stand up and I look at it with the binos, and my first response to Jason is, "Here he comes." Here he comes. So we're getting ready We're starting. I'm firing stuff up. We get firing GoPros up. We're firing up everything. Jason's getting the camera around. He's filming and everything like that, and we're watching. And I'm telling you what. I'm a firm believer. Some deer just belong to people, because this deer walked in on a string. And here's the kicker. He come from the way the wind was blowing, the exact way that the powder, the scrape fix that Jason had sprayed out. He come from that direction. So the whole time I'm freaking out, because I'm like, this deer's gonna wind us. He's gonna wind us, and he's gonna be gone. And he comes in. He walks into the edge of the oaks, and he hangs up. And I'm like, he's about to be gone. And he stands there for a minute, and he takes a couple steps forward, and then he hangs up again right in the wind. I can feel the wind. I'm facing the deer, and I can feel the wind on the back of my neck and blowing straight to him. And this entire time, I'm like, he's hanging up because he's smelling something I don't like. I was like, this deer is about to catch wind, and he's about to be gone. Like, we're about to watch him just walk out. At this time, he's probably 50 yards. I'm like, he's about to be gone. So he keeps coming, and he got to about 25 yards, and he made the fatal mistake of looking away from me. And about the time that he did, and you can see it in the video, about the time that he did, I grabbed the bow. The bow goes from down here to up here, because I'm about to draw. And as soon as I do, you can tell Jason's not only paying attention to filming, but he's paying attention to me, because immediately he zooms in on the deer. He went from a wide angle to a smaller angle onto the deer. And, dude, I drew back. I settled in. When I shoot, I always think about the exit, not the entrance, the exit. And all I could think of was right here, right on the top of the shoulder. This thing's going to burn through. I'm shooting the afflictor broadhead, the best penetration there is. It's going to burn right through him. And it's got to eat up both lungs and a heart to do it. Again, we're 35 foot up, so downward angle, I'm eating the top of one lung, jumping into the heart and the bottom of another lung. I was like, this is lights out, KO, no questions asked. I draw back, I settle in, I sit there, thinking to myself, just target, and then surprise myself with a release. This thing sinks up into this deer, and this deer takes off with my arrow. And I'm like, now anytime there's a bow hunter, 9 times out of 10, you want to see a clean pass through. You know what I'm saying? You want to see a clean pass through, because a clean pass through means you've got two holes in them, and that means everything has 2 holes in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's usually a good sign. So I watch the deer, and I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm watching, and Jason's watching him too. And of course, the way that he filmed him, he had to come around the tree. Luckily, again, we had 3 angles on him. So he had to come around the tree, and Jason pulls his binos up, and I'm freaking out because I just saw his deer run off with my arrow, and I can see my Luminot glowing as he's running through these oaks. And I'm just like, I'm trying to watch, getting down, and I'm just like, oh man, I don't like a deer run off with an arrow. And by the time he goes out of sight from me, he gets just outside the oaks, and that's all she wrote. And Jason's like, he's down. And I'm like, seriously? And he's like, he's smoked us.
I don't know which camera to talk to. Dude, that's a good deer. That's a good deer. Saw it flip over. I'm just making sure. He hung up, dude. He come in the exact way the wind's blowing, and I was like, he's gonna walk this edge, and as soon as he gets around to this edge, he's gonna wind us, and he's gonna be gone.
we're celebrating between ourselves. And immediately Jason's like, let's get down, let's get this daytime footage, let's go out here, let's see this deer. Let's get that epic footage. And as soon as we got down, we looked across the field and actually had paid no attention to it. I wasn't watching the lunar chart. I wasn't doing anything. Just so happened it was the blood moon. And we're walking across there, and the moon's lit up, and it's super red, and it's huge. And it's just one of those things that we were like, we went over there and we put hands on, we looked at him and celebrated, and Jason's like, we have to take pictures with the moon in the background. And I was like, you daggone right we do. So we sat down and we took some really good pictures and tried to highlight that and filmed everything, and it was just a great night all the way around. It turned a regular Tuesday night into one heck of a day. And so looking at the pictures and looking at the deer, we thought that this was a new deer to the farm. We totally had the idea that he was new and that we did not know this deer, but looking back at it, we did, and we had pictures of him from 2016, and his brows give him away, and his frame gives him away, and so we went from thinking that this was like a 4-year-old deer to kind of coming to realize, especially after looking at his teeth and everything, that this is probably more along the lines of a 6-year-old deer. We're going to send his jaw off and see, the best guesstimation that they can come up with, but it was a true trophy to be able to take down such a mature deer and be able to film it from beginning to end and just be able to enjoy it with a friend. I'm beyond blessed. So, all right, I hope y'all enjoy the video. Y'all don't forget, it's all about the release. We'll see y'all next time.